So there's no such thing as a male virgin then. That'll be news to a lot of people, I think. I'd like to start with a true statement. Not many people can say this, but I gave my wife a vasectomy for Christmas. Anyone here had a vasectomy? Probably I'm talking to the men in the audience. No one's willing to admit, although there are a couple of people looking at their partners, a couple of men. Now, I can only think of two reasons for that. It's like the partner thing. Have I had one of those? You'd remember, trust me. Or, more likely, did I tell her? Now, that could be an interesting conversation in the car on the way home. Yeah, no, it's actually true. I gave my wife a vasectomy for Christmas. She'd had an ectopic pregnancy, so I decided that's enough. So it was my appointment card in a Christmas wrapper for Christmas in front of the whole family. She opened it, wouldn't tell anybody what it was. For those of you who are female, a vasectomy is about as close as we men can get to caesarean section. And of course you have some of the same worries, like cosmetic scarring is obviously an issue. On the beach in public, you worry about these sorts of things. And so, you know, mind you, if any of you women are sleeping with a man who says, I don't need to use a condom because I've had a vasectomy, if I were you, I would check for the scar. But good luck, because it's a tiny scar amidst a sea of wrinkles. They do recommend, they do actually recommend shaving, which sounds easy when it's written down, doesn't it? Shaving, it's a good idea to shave, but it's like, how can I describe this? No mirror. It's a bit like trying to shave without a mirror whilst chewing a toffee. Because your testicles instinctively cringe at the touch of steel. So it just had to be plucking. I got as far as one hair. That hair is now in a little display case in the study. Oh, I was so proud of myself. Who invited the Pope? I just had a Catholic on, no one here obviously. What was I going to say about the Pope? Yes, he's an arrogant bastard, I think that's probably sums it up. But is it just me, or do rosaries look a lot like those sensual entertainment anal beads you get in those special shops? So there's something to bear in mind next time you're watching a film where someone is very devoutly kissing the beads and fondling them. Something else to bear in mind is the crucifix on the end, obviously. Have any of you taken the Lord into your lives? Personally, I really like Jehovah's Witnesses and Mormons. I think they're amazing because, like dominoes, they deliver. It's a hobby. Teasing Christians is a hobby. I mean, they come to the door and you go, hello. And immediately they're taken back. What is going on? This has never happened before. Do come in. You look so nice, and I happen to know that you're incredibly gullible already. So, anyway, post vasectomy, they send you a little. They give you a little card, and it says that after so many weeks, they want you to express a sample into a little glass vial. Now it's very, very romantic getting up 10 minutes early just so you can supply them with a little sample. But I love the phrase expressing yourself. Now, here's something. If you come up against someone, a big hairy man who looks very threatening, if you say, you look as though you're really good at expressing yourself. Now, you've just called him a wanker without getting to a pulp. And there's a whole load of phrases. For instance, if I approached you and said, with an expression of interest, it's very, very rich vein matters, I think. So next time you hear people talking about expressing themselves or expressing themselves well, or maybe we have someone who had a surprised expression on his face. Is that a premature ejaculation? Or, oh look, she's got a fleeting expression across her face. Anyway, so I don't recommend the glass vial. I actually recommend yogurt pots. Don't keep them in the fridge. But you've got a little yogurt pot here, and you sort of go, it's a lot sexier than a glass vial, because you can say, oh, hello, sexy little yogurt pot. What are you wearing tonight? Ah, apricot. So it is much more worthwhile to do it with a yogurt pot in the morning, and you take it in, and later on I had this vision in my head of one of the women looking down the microphone, looking down the microphone, looking down at a microscope to see if I'm sterile, and she gets this faint waft of strawberries. And she's thinking to herself, now there's a man I'd like to meet. This isn't just jism. This is Marks and Spencer's. For that special moment. Anyway, and to finish off with, it's much easier for women to fake orgasms than for men. For a woman, it's like a combination of trying to controlling stress, incontinence, and an asthma attack. For a man, it's slightly more complicated. And actually, I put jism into the thesaurus online, and it said, "Jism not found," which in a way is a relief. It said, did you mean jam? That's absolutely true. Try it. I mean, it really. And I was thinking, jam donuts. And I was thinking all sorts of things. I won't go into that now. Anyway, so what I was saying before, I got distracted by jism. Yes, Spencer's. Oh, faking orgasms. Yes. So for a man, it's either wallpaper paste or a trip down to Marks and Spencer's for that moment. So I'd really like to thank you all for watching me express myself tonight. I hope you enjoyed it. I've been Peter Wilson, and as far as I know, I still am.